Welcome back to Alaskan Ballistics. This is Chuck. Today we've got another cheap versus expensive hollow points in 9mm here, seeing if hyper ammo is really better. And this one did kind of surprise me, so you want to make sure you look and watch all the way to the end. Today we're going to put the 124 grain plus P critical duty up against the 115 grain jacketed hollow point from PMC. We're going to do a chronograph test with each one, and then we're going to do a penetration test where we shoot through some ribs, some clothing, and into wet newspapers to see what they actually do. So make sure you stay tuned all the way to the end to see all of that. Click the bell so that you get notifications. We have videos every Wednesday morning coming out. And make sure you like and subscribe and share all gun videos on YouTube. YouTube is not sharing them for us, so make sure you are sharing all gun videos on YouTube, whether you like the guy, subscribe to the guy, or not. Thank you. Stay tuned for the rest of the video. Welcome back to Alaskan Ballistics. Glock 19, 9mm. We are shooting the 124 grain plus P rated critical duty. Now, previously, critical duty from Hornady had only been in a 135 grain plus P or non-plus P load. So we're going to shoot it from the Glock 19 and the Smith & Wesson 2.0. See what we get. 1182, 1168, 1178, 1151, and 1150. That's 5 rounds. Now let's see if the 5-inch barrel M&P 2.0 gets much better. $11.94, $11.85, $11.89, $11.93, and $11.71. So it got a little bit better in the 5-inch barrel, not much. We have the PMC 115 grain jacketed hollow point. We're going to shoot 5 rounds from the Glock 19 and 5 rounds from the Smith & Wesson 2.0. Right over the chronograph. 1122, 1103, 1105, 1098, and 1101. Now let's see how they do out of the 5-inch barrel Smith & Wesson 2.0. 1137, 1145, 1127, 1132, and 1141. So, good little bit faster, not too much. Check out the add-up slide where we compared them to the 124 grain Hornady plus P critical duty. Then we'll have our penetration test to see if it's really worth buying more expensive ammo. So here's the add-up slide. You can compare the numbers. Obviously, the Hornady is a lot more faster and has more energy. The PMC was very consistent. I'll let you pause the slide and read it here. I do, however, think that Federal HST is better than both of these because it produces more energy with just as good a penetration. This week's shout-out goes to Ben Woodcock. Ben Woodcock has great musician, just great musician, great music channel. Go check him out. Awesome. He always comments on my videos, so I'm giving him a shout out. Awesome channel, great musician. Okay, here we go in our cheap versus expensive hollow point series again. Glock 19. On top, I've got the 124 grain plus P critical duty. I am shooting into a pair of sweatpants, the Under Armour Cold Turf sweatpants. They got a hole in them and a couple of stains, so it's time for them to go. They're like $60 though, so the Patreon link is down in the description. So that way I can afford another pair of sweatpants. Then I got some ribs. And I got a box of Cabela's news flyers that we're going to pull these out of. Hopefully we can get this done before it rains. I've got in the top of the magazine a critical duty, and then the second shot is the 115 grain PMC. Okay, I got 2 holes there. Let's see what we can do here with the M&P 2.0. dropped that 2.0, the last shot, just a little bit. I'm going to put one more PMC in that. And here we are from the M&P 2.0, one more PMC. Now hopefully I won't drop. I'm going to put it right in the middle. There we go. I don't know why I dropped that. Easy shot. Alright, troll me in the comments for that for sure. Let's open this thing up, see what we got in here. So here is the 124 grain Glock 19. Then we have the PMC Glock 19 right there. You can see I pulled that Glock 19 a little left and low. Here in the middle is the PMC, the second shot from the 2.0 Smith & Wesson. There on the tape is the 124 grain. And here's the other shot from the PMC that I pulled a little low. And that is also the 115 grain from the Smith & Wesson. Okay, here we are pulling back the layer of sweatpants to reveal what we have here in the ribs. There's that first one, the critical duty. Here's that PMC from the 19. Here's the PMC from the Smith & Wesson. Here's the critical duty from the Smith & Wesson. It looks like there's the other PMC from the Smith & Wesson right over here in the ribs. Let's cut all this down. Yeah, what type of idiot forgets a pocket knife twice in a row when he does this? Yeah, let's look at the back side of these though. Good lord. It's like, did get some expansion. Look at that. It came big old holes. Several big old holes here. So look at that. Not bad, not bad. That piece of ribs may not be usable for another video or two. There you can see the damage into the wet newspaper. These are Cabela Sales Flyers. I did wet them down this time. So they got a whole bottle of water that you usually see the jugs in my videos. So they got a whole bottle of water. Let's see what they got. Here we go. We're going to gently pull away these layers of newspaper. First one got messed up a little bit. Got 5 neat holes. These two might be too close to each other. You can troll me for that in the comments if you want to. We're through about, oh, maybe 1.5 inches, 2 inches of thick newspaper. I do see a jacket fragment here in the PMC, or in the, actually that should be the critical duty Glock 19. There's a jacket fragment right there. Or core fragment rather, not a jacket fragment. Here we go. I think we got a 124 grain critical duty right there. That looks like the 124 grain critical duty out of the Glock 19. Looks like over here in the same area I've got, that looks like a critical duty as well out of the 2.0. So that made it through, probably about, made it through this many stacks of newspaper, probably about 3 to 4 inches after going through the bone. As usual, I expect the PMC to actually be a little bit more, simply because it may not expand as quickly. And PMC is right in there with it, and that is definitely the PMC. You can tell because the base isn't as big, but it expanded really well. Look at that. Not bad. Overexpanded. Kind of nasty. Kind of found it's right in here in the same pit as the 124 grain from the 2.0. Here's the first PMC from the 2.0. Also not bad. Also not bad, just a hair more penetration, not much. Maybe half an inch, probably more like a quarter in these newspapers. Hard to measure in these newspapers. So we're just looking for that Glock 19. I think I felt it here for a second. PMC. There it is. Got our Glock 19 PMC right there. There we go. So here we go with the critical duty on the left here and the PMC on the right. The PMC actually expanded more, did not get clogged by hollow points. Looks like there was not a single issue with getting clogged by hollow points with the clothing barrier. And the retention of weight looks like it would probably be better. I'm not going to measure them because I don't have a scale here. Probably be better with the critical duty 124 grain. The PMCs, though, they look actually not too bad either. So penetration was about the same, about 3 to 4 inches in the box. The PMC probably being about, just a 1/4 of an inch more because it doesn't expand as rapidly. The foot-pounds of energy, though, as you saw, will be delivered more with these than with these. So you want to make sure you take that into consideration. These will actually have a little bit more physical kinetic energy. So God bless. Take care. We will see you at the range. Support us on Patreon. Support us on Facebook. Support us on Instagram. Take care. God bless. We will see you at the range.